Phil Spencer has done another interview where he talks about a lot of different things. Actually, um, it actually starts with like their TV and movie ambitions, and to sum it all up, yeah, they're open to doing anything TV or movie based, but they need somebody who's interested in doing it, that they don't make games looking for how to turn them into TV. But they had a whole little thing that I do want to read, because I feel like it's a direct jab at Sony.
Oh, let's go then.
So this is with Variety. So again, they talk about some of the success of the Minecraft movie, all that stuff. What
Has
would be your
anybody
metric?
watched that?
Yes.
Yeah, we watched it on
opening day. Yes.
It was good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
listen,
good.
The movie, it's everything you can expect from a live action Minecraft movie. I think they did a phenomenal job. I don't like Jason Momoa. Is that his? Yeah. I can't stand the dude. Yo, I laughed he was hilarious. I laughed so freaking hard through the Minecraft movie. It was wild. That movie was awesome. Even the freaking merch they had at the theater, they came in strong. We bought a bunch of shit.
Nice.
It was crazy.
So it's not just box office. They have merch.
The little cubes.
Yes. Holy
crap. Had the cups, everything.
So Microsoft's just like making money hand over fist here. But not this. Minecraft has always been a very profitable endeavor for them anyway, right? But
yeah, this is
wow. Question though, did you engage in the shenanigans with the popcorn and shit, throwing popcorn?
No, see, we went opening day.
We went right away.
We went before it became a meme. You know what I'm saying? Before.
Oh, you went right away. Okay.
We watched the opening day, so we had a good time.
We had a great time.
It was fun. It was way better than I expected it to be. Graphically, the Minecraft stuff that they do looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
We watched it in Dolby.
Yes.
The Dolby Theater in AMC. So, like it's crisper, Dolby Vision, all that fun shit. And man, was it stunning. Like they did a great job as far as like the CG in the movie. But it was funny too. Like it was good. It was good. Really I thought it was going to be dumber than it was. It was
well casted,
funny, and everything they did that was stupid.
You understand why, right?
It was acknowledged too, but not in like that way of like, oh, we're going to do something stupid and acknowledge it so that we could just get away with it. But like it makes sense that the character did the stupid thing because that's what the character would do. But like it just responded all. I don't know. It was just really well done. You have to experience it to kind of.
It has that 80s 90s vibe too. It's really good. It's really good. I had a great time.
Yeah, they built a nice story around it. I can't wait
to watch it again. When the movie is out.
That's funny because that's what I've been hearing. Like everybody, my little cousins and shit, they watched it and all that. And I haven't gone, bro. They were trying to get me to go with them. And be like, Ale, tío, Ale, let's go watch the Minecraft movie or whatever. But I'm like, nah, I'm good. But he ended up being good, and they ended up having a blast. So that's dope, man.
Yeah. It was definitely a W for me. I didn't feel like I wasted money or anything like that. I think it was fun. I'm actually looking forward to it to come out home so that we can watch it again.
Yeah, Jack Black, dude, like
he's real good.
He's really good. He embodies the characters really well. This is his second one with that he did the Mario movie and in Minecraft now. And they're both like insane.
Yeah, this was good.
His songs go viral.
So let's go to the actual interview here. This is one of the things. So there was a lot of breakouts from this, but like so much so that I kind of just wanted to kind of go through them throughout the interview, and we can kind of see where they came from, and we could discuss them. So here's a question that led to one of the breakouts. So it says, with that in mind, how do you decide what IP you're willing to take a risk on and manage expectations and prepare for the chance the movie underperforms? So he says it starts with the fact that we're in the entertainment business. And whether you're building games, movies, television, doing an album, you have to accept that you're going to have a hit rate and it's not going to be 100%. And making sure the culture inside of the team is we can do new IP, we can do new games. Some things will vastly exceed our expectations, and some we will be disappointed by the results. And let's learn and go forward as an organization. And that's just got to be something, even in the game space alone, about the culture of being in Microsoft gaming and Xbox. Again, this was something that broke out. The idea of doing new IP, doing new games. This is, I think, is what the benefit of Xbox is. I mean, they're pretty clear here, and I think we've seen the exact opposite on the other platform, right?
Yeah.
So on PlayStation, something don't work, it gets buried, right? See Days Gone, right? Your rating wasn't high. Good night. You're not making a sequel, right? You're done. Dead, right?
Dead.
This is how they are.
Done.
Right? Where now, Xbox shows it pretty quickly, right here, pretty straightforward. It's like, hey, we know we're going to be making new IP and we're going to be making new types of games and new games. And, if it hits, great, awesome. We're going to embrace that. But if it doesn't, we have to also accept that it's not the end of the world.
It's
and
not
they
the
have
end of
to
the
learn
world
and move forward
to them,
but that's because
and
they scope it right.
Yes,
right.
And that's what's such a big deal. Like it's about the games, it's about the passion, and what they feel they want players to experience and kind of be a part of, right? When you still have that artistic spark alive, you can go ahead and deliver great games. If you're making a game to go ahead and see how much money it's going to bring in and what's the turnaround going to be, how are we going to make it so that we can squeeze as much money out of the consumers as possible, like that's when you're in a situation, right? Because you're doing it for survival, not for the artistry of the industry, right?
Agreed. And they're the only ones there in it for the artistry, I feel now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the only ones who are kind of allowing these studios to just be creative and take risk and take chances on things that are not the norm, that are not guaranteed hits. I mean, I can tell you right now, South of Midnight, fucking phenomenal game. That it was not a guaranteed hit as far as monetary success is concerned. It's a very first of all, you have a woman lead. It's a woman of color. It's about a place that's not really hugely popular right there out there, right? Like it's not a lot of things are not done there.
New that they've ventured on that's not necessarily highlighted in the industry at the moment.
Now, I will say something though. I saw Sinners today, and
yes,
how did this shit line up so perfectly? The game is taking place in the Deep South. So does this movie, Sinners.
It's
and check it out.
Go ahead.
They talk about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about the same, like the dark presence of shit and the gothic nature of shit. But there's, what are the bad guys called in South of Midnight? The Haints, right? The Haints. They're in this movie. Haints. She says the name. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. And they're not. That's not what they are. That's what she thinks they are. Whatever. I'm not gonna. Let me not ruin the movie and shit. The point is though, is that she does use the verbiage, right? It's just crazy because there's gonna be a connection there.
Mm-hmm.
Like this game takes place in the down south, right? This movie is gonna bring a lot of interest to that area. the movie's phenomenal. It has a phenomenal score, Rotten Tomato, all that stuff. Listen, Malcolm, I saw that. All right, I caught myself, bro. Okay, it's fine. All right. But no, I'm just saying that it's just kind of the timing, right?
Tony, you're making me now want to see it, and I felt like maybe
it's a little scary.
Yeah, it is. But I was thinking it's crazy. We were talking about the shows, and I was like, damn. It just came to Sound of Midnight came to mind right away because it would be with all the stories and everything they have in there. It would be insane if done right. Like that would be an amazing freaking show. I feel like that's something they can turn into and like have kind of every story be a season, right?
It has to be like a Tales from the Crypt almost, where like either her or somebody is telling us different stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of what happened. But if you have that same kind of like, you can even tell those stories from the game and just put it into, don't do the short form version that they gave us.
That's what I'm saying. Like obviously add a lot more, details and everything else, right? That would go into it to make it into a full season. But even the chapters themselves can be kind of like broken up into seasons, I feel like.
It's possible. It depends on how much they feel like they would have to put in a lot.
For sure, but it will make a great show.
Yeah, it feels like the South of Midnight, stories, they could be a movie on its own, like each story. Like they were so good, 100%. All of them. So yeah, that's interesting. And they did nail the South. Like I do, I obviously I live out down here in Florida, so I interact with people from the South, right? And look, for the places that I've been around here, they just did nailed it. So and the people from the South, they just sound the same. Like you said, they use the same verbiage and the same words, and they had the beliefs and stuff. So I just think that it was very interesting to see, the game take place in a setting that hasn't been really visited like that before. But yeah, I think it's dope, and they should keep making more South of Midnight. I'm expecting a sequel actually, because I think that it was a solid game, right? A solid game. So yeah, there you have it. Amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely see something there. And I mean, I think that's the idea of what he's talking about, right? Any of these IP, they can do that. But I think the fact that they allow this to take place, allow the developers to go ahead and kind of choose what they want to do and give them the resources to do it well and pay the right respect to it. Really, I mean, this is a big deal. So I think that this is uniquely Xbox at this point, because you think about Nintendo takes zero risk, right? Like they take
they do actually make games that are kind of weird. Right, Big Brain Academy.
With who? But that's not weird. That's not weird. That's been around for like a billion years already.
Yeah, but they do kind of make weirdo games, right? So they still take chances, but not to a massive level. But they do take chances.
I'm trying to think what would I mean, like ARMS.
Yep, things like that. Everybody 1-2 Switch. There's also like Princess Peach Showtime, or like what's that game that they have with the mouse thing that they're doing with the Switch 2? What is that called? Gear Drive? I don't know. Gear Drive? Is that what it's called? Whatever it was. They'll take chances on things, right? They'll try some new shit. But yeah, if it isn't for the platforms, by the way, it's not going to happen, because they bring in enough money to be able to do these kind of weirdo games. The publishers, it's hard for them now, right? Like outside of Ferris, right? What is it? What's his studio?
Joseph Ferris,
like
Hazelight.
Yeah, Hazelight. I don't see a lot of that kind of innovative, weird stuff unless it's from an indie developer. And the only reason I'm calling him out is that like his is attached to EA, right? So that's a major publisher putting out like his games, which is good. I love that. Like his games are awesome, right? But it is kind of an odd thing for a lot of the big publishers. They're not really taking chances. which kind of sucks, right? We're kind of stuck in we always make a Persona and a Resident Evil, and like that's kind of what we're getting, right? It's Assassin's Creed, like all these smaller games, they just kind of like they go away now because they just don't make money. Unfortunately, they're just not making money. So to a point, yes, it's really Xbox driving that, where you get a Pentiment. And well, I liked Pentiment. I know a lot of people didn't. You get a Pentiment.
I would also say is that they're doing these things in a way that it's not more of the same. Like I
get it. It's Peach is doing this
like they'll use
game,
Peach,
right? Or they'll throw Mario into some random crap, or these little smaller games with the Mii's that they have. Yeah, I'm. And PlayStation is bringing baby steps. You know what I mean?
Well,
like it's
actually Devolver
Digital. Devolver's bringing baby steps, but
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and Devolver is really good too, by the way. But they're all indies, right? They're all
but PlayStation's not doing anything small anymore. In like small,
which by the way sucks because I liked some of their like Japan Studios was awesome. Unfortunately, they killed it, but
it's dead and gone, bro.
Yeah,
it's dead and gone. They got no place. They're barely, and the shit is that they're focusing on bigger games, except that these bigger games are not bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not actually bigger. Spider-Man 2 was it bigger? God of War 2 was it bigger? It was just more of the same. That's a fucking disappointment. And now instead of bringing shit that people give a shit about, they're making some weird shit. I don't know. Not weird, like not good weird like bad weird. Either way, it's Xbox is the ones who are really pushing this idea. New IP. Xbox has a ton of new IP coming out.
Thank God for Game Pass.
Seriously. But it's Xbox who made it, right? Xbox made it. Xbox created it. Xbox had the foresight to see that this is where the industry was going. And they knew that single player games weren't going to be viable as a way to say I 100% am going to make a shit ton of money on this game. Not that they can't break even, not that they can't make a little money, but like big sales are not going to come from single player games for the most part, right? Obviously you're going to always have the odd successes, right? Like your Elden Rings and stuff like that. But for the most part, you're not going to have crazy success with single player games. And Xbox didn't want to stop making single player games. They didn't want to say, hey, everybody has to switch to multiplayer only games because, there's no money here. They found a way to make it work. And, kudos to them for getting it done.